Hello there, everybody. How's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the KSP Let's Play. And, well, let's just get going with where we were at in the previous episode. And that is the rescue mission. We have just rescued... crap, I forgot what his name is. This little guy, our brave test pilot, Samson. I think that was Samson, yeah, from Minmus. He crashed a giant freaking robot in the background there. You can see there's about 1 million pieces of it left on the ground. Surprisingly enough, it actually survived most of the impact, just not in one piece. Anyways, just taking off here from Minmus, and this is all going to be post-commentary. I recorded this a few days ago, and just sped it up for the footage, and yeah, I'm going to be doing it this way. And I do apologize about the lack of videos last week. I had kind of a crappy week. Wasn't feeling too well and had to work a lot more than I usually do. And whatever. Excuses. Long story short. It's done. I'm back. We're good. So let's do this. And yeah, this whole episode is basically just gonna be this Minmus mission, or rescue mission from Minmus. We're gonna be going to the moon. And I did leave everything in the footage, so you can see how I set up all the maneuver nodes and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I actually didn't have a lot of trouble with this. I've only attempted to go to the moon for Minmus a couple of times before, and it's really not too hard. I actually managed to get it on the first go-around, pretty much, which I was super happy about. But at the moment, we are just going to be rendezvousing up with our interplanetary stage, or... I guess, yeah, it is an interplanetary stage. They could probably go to another planet. I think I talked about that last episode. I think it has enough fuel when it's filled up to definitely go to at least, like Duna, and maybe not out past Duna. I don't know. We'll have to try it at some point. I'm sure there will be other rescue missions. But for now, we're just rendezvousing up with that little stage so we can use that to get ourselves to the moon. And this was fun. I haven't actually done docking in a long time, as you will be able to tell very, very easily. Also, sorry about the lack of sound in this episode. There's no in-game sounds. I mean, it is sped up, first of all, so I generally cut out the in-game sounds when I speed it up, but I didn't speed it up too much, so I would have left the sounds in if I had them, but I didn't. Because when I was recording this, I was kind of blasting music at the same time, and yeah, let's just say the music overwrote the game sounds. And unfortunately, that music is copywritten, or at least most of it is. It was streaming radio, but I assume a good chunk of that stuff is copywritten. I don't want to deal with that BS. So yes, no game sounds. Sorry about that. Just imagine the engine is going, yeah, like there. Sorry, that was kind of lame. Alright, well, anyways, we have our rendezvous here. We are sort of dancing around this thing, but, oh, there we go. We're in a fairly stable parking orbit around it. Just gotta get up nice and close. So, what is that, like 50 meters? Yeah, it looks like 50 meters. So, yeah, let's get on up there and figure this out. This docking was... It was something else. You'll see in a second. Oh, first of all, there's this little thing where, like, okay. And scrape some paint there off the other stage. No problem there. I thought that looked kind of cool, but I wasn't expecting that. For some reason, I wasn't paying attention to the nav ball, and I got a lot closer than I was comfortable with. But that is A-okay. We are all good. And yeah, there I wasn't able to move for some reason, and yep, no electric charge, so... I think I expanded the solar panel. Apparently not. Apparently I could move. Apparently I just don't know what the hell I'm talking about, so ignore me. But that does happen later on, actually, around the moon, where I think... around that? Never mind. I'm full of shit. I don't know what I'm talking about. Because this has a manned capsule, so that electric charge should not matter. It will, though, in 0.21, actually. I was watching Scott Manley's video that he did on it recently. A preview of 0.21. And apparently now all of the manned capsules, they need power, they need an electric charge to be able to move around and stuff, or because as it stands right now in the current version, you can use the torque of a manned capsule without any sort of power supply. It just kind of has power and it's able to do its thing without power. It's weird, but it works. And in 0.21, you're going to be needing solar panels and batteries and stuff like that to make sure that you don't run out of power. And I actually believe that the engines in 0.21 don't produce electric charge anymore. I'm not 100% about that. But anyways, as we keep looking at this silly little dance around here, we finally have ourselves almost set up. The reason why this was a little more difficult than it should have been is because that probe that we're trying to attach to, well, that doesn't have power. It has no solar panels, it has no batteries, and it ran out of electric charge because, well, we went around the dark side of the planet. So, yeah. It was unfortunate I wasn't able to set it up the way I wanted it to, so I had to do it, a little bit more manually. And, a little bump there. I don't know what I was thinking there. I thought I could attach for some reason. I guess I was hoping that the magnetism would grab it and it would work. But no, so we got to do a little bit of more maneuvering, just angle ourselves a little better. You know how it goes. It's the same old story. And we should be having our connection real soon. Oh, or no, or we're just gonna... yeah, I was about to bump it there. I think I did actually bump it again. And this is where I was getting really frustrated, because it's starting to move around on its own. And, I mean, obviously you can always use the time warp to ensure that the thing stops moving. But, sometimes you kind of don't want to do it that way, do it the cheaty way. Even though I do that a lot. So we'll just pretend that I don't. But anyways, there we go. We have connection. And it is almost aligned properly as well. I think it's a little bit off, but meh, whatever. It doesn't particularly matter. That should be the motto of my Kerbal Space Program. It doesn't particularly matter. Anyways, yeah, we popped up the solar panels there. Get that electric charge going again. And now it is time to look at another part. Oh, yes, I was debating whether I should rendezvous up with that one part. The interplanetary stage, the injection stage, I guess, for the mech that made it out to Minmus and didn't survive the impact. But then I just decided against it. I mean, it did have a ton of fuel left in it, but I would have had to rendezvous again and do more docking, and oh my god, after the effort it took to make this one dock, forget it. But yeah, anyways, there you can see we actually have a moon encounter straight out of our return to Kerbin, which is pretty freaking sweet. So let's do that. We'll do a little burn, about 130 meter per second burn. Get a nice shot there of sunset over Minmus. Very nice. And we'll be heading to the moon. Or I guess we'll be testing the engines first. I often do that when, for example, when I start up a new game or when I reload a save and I have to use a maneuver node because it doesn't remember how much delta V your engines can produce. So, yeah, I do that and do a quick little burst of the engines, and it then gives you the estimate of how much time you need to burn, and or rather, for how long you need to burn for. Alright, well, going to the moon. Actually messed up the burn there a little bit because I wasn't controlling the ship from the proper pod. It was actually facing the wrong way, so for a brief second there I was burning away from everything else. But no, we're good now. Heading to the moon. Trying to find the moon. There it is. There's Kerbin, there's the moon. I love this shot. I don't know what it is, just coming in, well, super fast as well. Holy crap, I almost didn't catch that in time. But just that shot of when you're coming in and you see the main planet, and then you see all the moons and stuff orbiting around it at super high speeds. I don't know, just something about it is really cool. But anyhow, here we are at the moon. Success. Other than that kind of wonky trajectory we have, but that's alright, we can fix it up real quick, which we do right here. bit more fuel that we need to waste, but whatever. We have so much of it as it is that it's fine. It doesn't really matter. There's still plenty left at the end to get us back to Kerbin. We could probably even go back to Minmus. Oh, we might even be able to meet up with the starbase out in Kerbal orbit. But I'm not gonna attempt that because, oh my god, the one time I tried meeting up with that thing, and I did actually succeed in one of the previous episodes, and that was way back in season 1. But that was, that was a pain in the butt. I will do it eventually again at some other point, but I don't know, with 0.21 coming out soon, very, very soon, and that breaking save games, I don't know if I'm gonna continue this game, or this current save, or start up a new one. I mean, I'll definitely start up a new one because I want to see all the new features and play with all that stuff. So I might end up leaving Season 2 off as just a bunch of random things happening, I guess. Making the little prototype robots and all that. And then in Season 3, which I guess I'll start when 0.21 comes out, I will do the actual Kerbazord in Kerbin orbit. Build that giant robot I've been planning on building. Yeah, I'm looking at about at least like 500 parts for that thing. So it's going to be kind of brutal. But we'll see. We'll have fun with it. And hopefully with 0.21, with some of the optimizations and stuff, the lag will be much less of an issue. But anyhow, here we are. We have arrived at the moon. We have a stable orbit. We're just going to be planning, basically figuring where stuff is going to go, where we're going to land. And around here is when I realized that I don't actually need to go to the moon. I mean, there's those two guys stuck on the surface. They're not really stuck. They have a lander with fuel. So I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I just wanted to prove to myself that I could make it from Minmus to the moon and then back to Kerbin. So yeah, you can see we still have a decent amount of fuel left. Got a good chunk in the lander stage. Got a good chunk in the interplanetary stage. So we should be good. Anyways, and then we detach again from the interplanetary stage and set up our trajectory to get ourselves down to where we're supposed to go. Again. For some reason, and I do apologize for this, I didn't even realize that I was going to the dark side. I don't know. So I kind of screwed up there, and I should have done this when the sun was out. But I didn't. Yeah. And actually, this lander stage... Whoop, a little camera change there. This lander stage did have landing lights on it at some point in the build process. But they got removed. Yeah, I guess when you move things around, sometimes you forget to maybe attach them again afterwards. Yeah. I've noticed that about a lot of my builds, actually. There's always like one or two small things that are missing. Nothing too crucial, but things that could definitely help. Like an SAS here and there, or some landing lights. And well, as long as I don't forget to like add landing gears and engines and stuff like that, I should be fine, right? Yeah, we'll go with that. Anyways, yeah, we're setting it up. I actually couldn't decide where I wanted to land. Do I want to land beside the other lander, or beside the wreck, or what's going on? So eventually, I decide to land right beside the wreck, or as close to it as possible. And again, I know it's really dark. I'm sorry about that. You can see the engines there, and you can kind of see the batteries on the side. But yeah, not too great of a shot here. But that's okay. This mission was actually, it wasn't difficult at all. And I would recommend everybody try to do something like this, where you go from Minmus to the moon, and maybe try to go back to Minmus after, or come back to Kerbal. It just gives you a good idea of just how well your spacecraft can get from place to place, basically. Because when you're going from Kerbin to another planet, all you really do is, and when I say another planet, I mean something like Duna, for example. All you really do is you plan one long burn, and then you make it there, and then you slow down, and bam, you're there. And then you come back. So, that's fun and all, but Oh, this is exciting right here. I could not see a damn thing. I had no idea where the shadow was. I was using the altimeter there on the bottom, the radar altimeter, and I touched down, I guess, safely. A little rocky there, but hey, we made it. But yeah, as I was saying, going from one planet to another, oh, you can see Kerbin there up top, pretty cool. It's not super difficult. I mean, it has its own challenge, of course, but there's a different challenge in going from planet to planet inside a system. So if you were at Jewel, for example, you could go from Lathe to Tylo. I don't know. Those are just the first two I could think of, but yeah, just missions like that. Inter-system mission. I don't know what the hell to call it. Because every time I want to say planetary system, but I know that's not right, because that's a planetary system is the planets orbiting around a sun. So what do you call the system of celestial bodies where you have, oh crap, yeah, this was bad too. I was going way too fast by that thing. This guy, I'm surprised he lived. But anyways, yeah, what do you call a planetary or oh my god, I'm like stumbling over my own words. A system of celestial bodies where you have the planet and it's all its moons. There's got to be a word for that, right? And I'm just stupid and I don't know it. Yeah. Anyways, the story with these guys, here's what I'm thinking. So these dudes, this guy and his little pal in the landing craft there, they've been here a long time. I think their mission time is like 400 days. Nice little flip there. I have so much fun just sending these guys flying on the surface of a planet. But yeah, they've been out here for a long time. This guy in particular has been standing on the surface of the moon for quite a while. So let's just say that they've got a little crazy. They're a little stir crazy. They want to get home. And that's the excuse for this guy making that super crazy fail jump all the way to here. But hey, he made it. He's safe. There was no reason to rescue him, really, because his pal still has fuel there. Doesn't have much, though. So, okay. This guy. Man, this guy, he needs to go see a shrink or something. He's got some serious problems. Or maybe he just needs to go get some dancing lessons. Look at this crazy move he pulls right here. Totally not pilot error at all. Ooh. I love this. Breakdancing coming up. Ah, yes. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I was trying to, I guess, rendezvous with the rescue craft, but that didn't happen. So in the end, I just decided to try to get this thing in orbit after attempting it once more. Yep, right here. And let's do some more flipping. And then that was dirty. Did you see like that little rescue there? I saved that. It was beautiful. I don't know how the hell this guy survived. So I guess in the end, we did have to send a rescue mission out here as well, because the whole point of this lander was to rendezvous with the space station afterwards, the Lunar Orbital Station or whatever I have it called, and get fuel for it and then go back to Kerbin that way. But yeah, it does not have enough fuel for that. So, in the next episode, we're going to be sending the rescue craft out into orbit to rendezvous with this little guy, rescue his butt, and then we can go to that blue beauty over there in the background. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next episode.